Hey guys, Rusty, I really hope you enjoyed this video. Cool, hey? Hey guys, Rusty over here, and today I'm going to be showing you part 1 of how to get the Waste of Time belt, and that first part is going to be Uuna, and basically how to get her and fully complete her secret, and get her to the point, you need to get her to the point where her appearance changes and she's constantly giving you hugs. So I'm going to show you how to get this. This is very easy to do. So let's just get right into it, let's get started. So the first thing you need to do to get Uuna is you need the Call of the Devourer. Now to get this item to drop, you want to head to this area here in the Torn Waste. And what you're going to want to do, don't worry about the Voracious Scavengers. You don't want to farm those out. You want to farm the Torn Defenders, as well as the Tormented Ritualists. These mobs have a chance to drop the Call of the Devourer, which is going to be that scroll-looking thing there. Now, once you get this, you need to start collecting some bones. Now, the first bone is basically going to be in the same area. Scavenger's Boneyard. It's going to be right there on this little bone pile here. And by the way, the Intact Fiend Bone, that's your first one. You just click it, it's in your inventory. By the way, these bones, you cannot see these bones until you get the Call of the Devourer. They will be invisible. Next bone is going to be in this cave area here, as you can see on the map. Go ahead, run into the cave. Now, inside these caves, there's going to be those brood mothers there. You know, the one with the big tits. Ignore the first one, and you can keep going up until you get to the second one. From there, you're going to have these two, the dogs there, and you're going to have the bone right on the ground there. Go ahead, same thing as the last one. The intact imp bones, pick them up. Now, the third and final bone is going to be basically where World Splitter's skull is, whatever his name is. Anyways, head over there, and to the right of that altar is going to be the intact Urzel bone. Go ahead and pick that up. From there, go back to the Scavenger's Boneyard, this area here. You're going to have this little yellow bone effigy here. Go ahead and click that. That will consume your items. However, that bone pile will always be there for now. So once a day, you could spawn the Many-Faced Devourer, and it has a chance to drop Uuna. It is not a 100% drop chance. I think the drop chance is fairly high. Don't quote me on that, though. I'm not 100% sure. Anyways, you can kill this mob once a day for a chance for it to drop Uuna's doll. Keep doing it until it eventually drops the doll. Again, farm this. You can only farm this once a day. You can spawn it again, but however, it won't drop any loot. Just keep farming it until you get Uuna's doll. Once you do, go ahead, open your pet journal, and summon Uuna. Now, at this point, you're just basically just going to stand there and look at her for like a minute or two, and she's eventually, you're just going to wait. Eventually, she's going to say, "Can anybody hear me?" At that point, slash whistle at her, and she's going to keep talking to you. And once she's done talking to you, but you need to wait for her to finish. You need to slash roar. You can see the first one. She was still talking and moving around. Once she's done talking and moving around, go ahead and slash roar. You're a monster. You're going to scare her. You just scared a little child. Nice job. She's going to run away and piss off. So what you're going to want to have to do, open up your pet journal, and you're going to have to summon her back. Basically, you're upset that you just scared a little girl, so you're going to go ahead and make sure you're targeting her, by the way. You're going to go ahead and slash cry at her. Now, at this point, I actually made a mistake. I forgot to press the record button a little late. Go ahead and bring her to Shatrath and just summon her in front of a doll there. And Terrors of Light. And she'll get scared and run away. So again, I just forgot to press the record button. I pressed it a little too late. Just bring her to Shatrath, summon her. She will get scared and run away. Now, the next area you're going to want to bring her to is going to be over in Ashenvale by this little lake area with all the tentacles. And you have this little ray of light here. Summon Uuna and bring her into the light. Again, she will start doing some RP, she'll start talking to you. Just wait for her to finish, and then you could go over to the next area, which is on Argus in Makari. Although my frames get a little weird here, I'm not sure why. Now you have these two islands here. You need Goblin Gliders. Glide to the first one, and don't do this. Don't walk off like a complete moron. If you do, you cannot get your body back. You are forced to take a res sickness. So again, this is near the entrance to the Seat of the Triumvirate. Glider to the first one once it's off cooldown. That second island there, use your another glider, and you want to glide there. Now, you want to try and glide to the bottom left corner of that island, as that, as far as I can tell, is the lowest area of the island to reach, and it is kind of close, but you should be fine as long as you jump from the highest point of the other island. Once you're there, go ahead, walk into the house, and in the back of it, you can see a little doll there named New. Once you're there, summon Uuna, bring her basically right on top of the doll, and she'll pick it up and start talking to you. Now, again, this is located in Makari. The first island is near the Seat of Triumvirate dungeon, and then you just got to jump from island to island. Next place you got to bring her to involves getting the Blood Mist Isle. Now, if you're not sure to get there, you either go to pre-BFA Darkshore, just talk to the Bronze Dragon there, Zdormi, whatever it is. Zdormi, I think I actually said that right. She's right there. Go ahead, talk to her you want at pre-BFA Darkshore and Teldrassil. Once you're there, head over to the little boat area in Drusilla, and basically to the left here was where the boat used to be to take you to the Exodar, but now there's just a portal there. Take that portal, and that'll bring you to Azure Mist Isle. Once you're there, go ahead, ride north to Azure Mist Isle, so you eventually get to the little bridge here, and that'll eventually bring you to Blood Mist Isle. Simple enough. Once you're there, head over to Bloodwatch, which, by the way, it is an aligned zone. The guards will attack you if you are a horde. However, they have very little health. They do no damage. You'll be perfectly fine. Once you're there, go to this little table here, summon Uuna. She'll pick up her wand and, again, do some RP. Just wait for her to finish, and then you'll be ready to take her to the next area. Just one more time, I want to reiterate, if the guards attack you, don't worry. They're not a big deal. Next place, head over to Shadow Moon Valley on Draenor Shadow Moon Valley. And on this little bench here, there's going to be a crown. She's going to pick it up and put it on her head. Again, just do some RP, just wait for her to finish. Now, at this point, just like the first one, you're just going to stare at her and just wait. Just do nothing but wait. She's eventually going to get kidnapped by a bunch of tentacles. Yeah, it's a little weird. She's going to get kidnapped by a bunch of tentacles, and it's your job to go save her. Now, how do you get to her? You need to kill yourself. Just kill yourself and talk to any spirit healer. Pick that dialogue option there, and this will mark you to be basically brought into the scenario or the death realm. After you've done that, head to the Emerald Dragon Shrine in Dragon Blight, or whatever it's called, and talk to the little skull there. There's going to be a purple crystal, and that's going to teleport you into a dark place. Now, this place actually is kind of dark. I turned my graphics on a little bit, that seemed to help. Also, if you have a Fire Fury Totem toy, I believe that's what it's called, you can see there, because I fucked it up the first time, that'll help. Once you're in there, target her and cheer at her. She's going to do some talking. After she does her final dialogue option, basically says, it's dark, I don't know what to do, go ahead and place a cooking fire next to her. And this is pretty much going to start the scenario for you. Now, once it starts, you're going to have all these soul eaters come pouring towards her. Now, to prevent if they reach her, she's dead, and you have to try again. Now, to prevent that ever happening, just run into their model, not just in front of them. Run into their model, and that'll force them to run away. You need to keep doing this until it says Uuna wraps her arm around herself and begins to cry. Once she does that, target her and hug her. I already made a pre-made macro for this. I recommend you doing that. Target Uuna and then hug. Simple enough. Again, once she wraps her arm around herself, target her and hug her, and eventually you'll be ported out of scenario. Next part is going to be the world tour. You need to bring her to certain places. Now, the first place is going to be the Gate of the Setting Sun. You need to bring her, again, to the Gate of the Setting Sun, Vale of Eternal Blossoms in Pandaria. Just keep running around to this middle area here until she, again, starts talking to you and does some RP. Second place is going to be the Nighthold in Suramar City. Now, this is the outdoor version of Nighthold, which you do need Legion flying for. Again, basically, this is where Spell Leader L'Oreal walks around during the raid. Bring her to the Nighthold, and there you go. Simple enough. You actually might be able to do that on Nightboard. I'm not sure. Next place is going to be Crassus Landing in Dalaran. This is the Legion version of Dalaran. Simple enough. Just bring her to the flight point area there. Have some dude compliment you on your awesome mythic set. Next area. Dragonblight. Head over to Dragonblight Weimer's Temple down below, where I'm not even trying to pronounce any. This dude and his 3 drakes are. Again, just walk around. If you're ever struggling getting her to talk, just keep walking around and she'll eventually talk. Next place is going to be Drusilla in Mount Hyjal, basically right under the tree next to the Dreamway portal there. Go ahead, summon Uuna. Again, she'll start doing some more RP and start talking to you. Next place is way up there. You're going to head up to Kunlai Summit, again in Pandaria, to Mount Everest, which is the highest point in Kunlai Summit, next to this little statue here of the fucking panda guy. Go ahead, bring her there, and she'll start talking to you. Next place, Blackrock Mountain in the, I forgot the actual zone name right now. Basically to play Blackrock Mountain, boys. Who doesn't know where Blackrock Mountain is? Anyways, once you're there, head inside to this, basically this little ramp area on the left, and she'll start talking about the mountain. Burning steps, by the way. And then the final place, simple enough, head back to Shadow Moon Valley in Draenor. You're going to head over to the Temple of Karabor. Go ahead and summon Uuna. Again, if you're ever struggling with her, getting her to talk, just keep walking around until she eventually does. And that is it, guys. That is the entire Uuna secret. It's basically fully upgraded. Now, you need to do this in order to get the... I'm going to say this wrong. The Baal Demonic Goat Pet, which again is required for the Waste of Time belt. All this is really easy to do. Guys, I hope this guide helps. Stay tuned for part 2, which is getting the actual demonic goat. Thank you very much for watching, guys. I love you all.